This is your Hdsr Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Hesperia Christian wins the CIF 8-man Division II championship with a resounding 48-22 victory over Avalon. Aiden Ortega scores 5 touchdowns to lead the Patriots to the second CIF championship in school history. The junior running back scored the first touchdown of the game, then a go-ahead touchdown in the second quarter, and added 3 more touchdowns in the second half. Senior quarterback Jared Bragg shares the offensive spotlight, completing 5 straight passes at the end of the first half and start of the second half, 2 going for touchdowns as the Patriots rallied from trailing by 10 to take command by scoring 3 times within 5 minutes of playing time, spanning the end of the first half and first 60 seconds of the second half. The Patriots did not exactly get off to a good start. Their first possession ended giving up a safety that gave Avalon the first points on the scoreboard. Their second possession ended with them turning the ball over on a fumble after advancing deep into Lancer's territory. But Hesperia Christian's defense did its job, forcing a 3-and-out, and the Patriots begin to right the ship, launching a scoring drive from their own 16. Jared Bragg reverses field and battles his way all the way to the Lancers' 32, a pickup of 40 yards. The senior quarterback lists at 6'2", 165. Jared Bragg carries 3 times this night for 84 yards. 2 plays later, from the 25, Aiden Ortega takes the handoff, spins out of a shoestring tackle attempt, and keeps his balance, breaking a tackle as he crosses the goal line. Patriots 6, Avalon 2, following a point-after-touchdown attempt that misfires. 3:15 to go in the first quarter. Aiden Ortega disclosed he was unsure how effective he would be coming off a hip injury in the semifinals win at Lancaster Baptist. His sidestepping the first defender, then spinning out of another tackle on his first carry of the ball game showed no signs of anything less than an outstanding night ahead carrying the ball. The Patriots get the ball back early in the second quarter, taking over on downs when Avalon comes up short on a 4th and 6 at the Patriots' 30. But this begins a sequence of play selection on 4th downs of their own, decisions that defy conventional strategy. The Patriots go for a first down rather than punt the ball away while leading 6-2. It's 4th and 6. Avalon holds when the pass completion comes up short. The Lancers take over on downs at the 21 and then take the lead 4 plays later on the touchdown run from 12 yards out. 10-6, Avalon, 8:20 to go before halftime. Avalon regains possession deep in Patriots territory when Hesperia Christian again goes for it on 4th down but fails. The visitors go up 16-6 on the quarterback keeper from 12 yards out. Things are not looking good for the home team with 4 minutes to go in the first half. Aiden Ortega gets a very good kickoff return into Avalon's red zone, but a penalty brings it back to the Patriots' 25. Jared Bragg hits Caleb O'Day, and the 5'10", 165-pound junior carries down to Avalon's 26. On 3rd and 4 at the 20, Arlen Custer takes the Jared Bragg toss and sprints in for the touchdown. The Patriots are within 3. It's 16-13. Arlen Custer is 6'2", 200, a junior. Arlen Custer's extra point kick is true out of Jared Bragg's hold. Jared Bragg went 3 for 3 passing on the 3-play, 55-yard scoring drive, a crucial sequence in Hesperia Christian's attempt to regain momentum. The Patriots set out to pin the Lancers deep in their own territory. 42 is Roderick Taylor, a sophomore linebacker. He's listed at 5'8", 165. I'm wondering if the scales had a glitch, hitting 165 the day the players had their physicals. Fully one-third of Hesperia Christian's players, 11 of their 34-player roster, are listed at weighing 165 pounds. Roderick Taylor demonstrates it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, but the amount of fight in the dog, and his bite is bigger than his bark. Roderick Taylor gets a grip on the much bigger Lancers quarterback, initiating the sack. 33 is Jake Roseberry, 5'10", 200-pound linebacker and fellow sophomore. That's not Roderick Taylor's only sack of the night either. He repeats the attack on the Lancers quarterback, registering 3 tackles for a loss among his 8 tackles in an outstanding game for the Patriots sophomore. 55 is Julian Vialon. What we witness next may be accurately described as the turning point in the game. Avalon in punt formation. The punter's knee touches ground when he feels the low snap from center. Patriots take over at the 5. Aiden Ortega glides in. The Patriots regain the lead. The touchdown comes with 52 seconds left in the first half. Jared Bragg fields the low snap. Arlen Custer's kick is true and through. It's 20-16, Hesperia Christian at the half. Now the question is, which Patriots team will we see to start the second half? And that question is answered in the first sequence of plays of the third quarter. Cody New, 64, picks off the pass on Avalon's first play. Cody New, 6'4", 215-pound senior defensive end. Jared Bragg to Liam Vanderweddy to the 12, pickup of 12 yards. Jared Bragg beats the pass rush, sending it toward Liam Vanderweddy, a brilliant reception by the 6', 165-pound senior wide receiver. 27-16, Patriots, 1 minute into the third quarter. Jared Bragg has completed 5 consecutive passes. He will go 7 for 12 on the night. The 7 completions good for 71 yards and 2 touchdowns. From here on out, the outcome is really academic, as in the book. The Patriots get one long run after another from Aiden Ortega, who puts up 228 yards total offense, encompassing his 5-touchdown performance. The defense is absolutely magnificent, shutting out Avalon throughout the second half until the final 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. Kyle Day leads the team with a season-high 21 tackles for the 6'6", 210-pound senior linebacker. Aggressive gang tackling personified on this play. 64, Cody New among the trio of Patriots in on the stop. 3 is Caleb O'Day. Kyle Day initiates contact. Cody New is just as often seen slicing in from his defensive end position and tripping up the ball carrier. 4 solo tackles this night for Cody New, plus 2 assists, as he's in on a total of 6 stops. Liam Vanderweddy, 17, one of his 4 solo tackles for the senior linebacker, who is in on 9 tackles altogether. Julian Vialon, 55, the tackle for a loss in the red zone, 4 solo tackles for the 6', 210-pound junior lineman this game. Arlen Custer stands his ground on the fake double reverse, throwing the ball carrier for a 3-yard loss. Watch for number 21, Caleb Lewis, in on another exercise in extreme gang tackling. Caleb Lewis is a 5'10", 167-pound junior who is in on 7 total tackles. This third quarter interception by Kyle Day is Hesperia Christian's second pick in the second half. Avalon came in on the heels of a 49-0 semifinals victory. The Lancers averaged 33 points a game in their 10 previous outings. The Patriots hold them to 11 points below that average in the title game. Heartiest congratulations to the Hesperia Christian Patriots, 2022 CIF 8-Man Division II champions. Silverwood proudly presents this Action Highlights report on the Hesperia Christian Patriots Championship.
Congratulations on your first win.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley.
Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. Silverwood, the developers of the Silverwood Master Planned Community, support the teams, athletes, and sports programs of all our High Desert and Mojave River Valley schools. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting the teams, schools, and sports programs throughout the Victor Valley. Looking back in High Desert, Mojave River Valley sports history, the 2018 Adelanto Saints claimed the school's first CIF championship. CIF quarterfinals, Apple Valley High School. The Sun Devils went toe-to-toe with the defending Eastern Division champions, the number 3 team in CIF and Mountain Pass League champions, after defeating the Desert Sky League champions in the opening round. 2015, local fans were treated to 2 playoff games pitting local schools against one another. Apple Valley versus Victor Valley. Oak Hills hosting Serrano in the CIF championship game. We flash back. The Oak Hills Bulldogs, CIF champions. The first CIF football title for the Bulldogs and coach Robert Kistner, coming on a 40-21 upset of Serrano in a contest deemed the biggest football game in the history of the High Desert. After a low-scoring first half, it becomes a battle of lead changes in the third quarter before Oak Hills, led by junior quarterback Brandon Porter, seizes control and cruises to a crushing conquest of the favored Diamondbacks. The first half was dominated by Oak Hills, containing Sultan Sullivan for the greater part, deploying a ball-control, run-oriented offensive scheme, giving the home team, Bulldogs, a 13-7 halftime advantage. Brandon Porter, 9 for 9 passing, just under 300 yards total offense, 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 touchdown pass, no interceptions. The final score, Oak Hills Bulldogs 40, Serrano Diamondbacks 21. Oak Hills Bulldogs, CIF champions. CIF quarterfinals, Apple Valley High School, but the 4th time in Sun Devils gridiron history. And on this night, not exactly the best scenario for Coach Frank Police's home team. The weather inclement, but that affects both teams equally. A bigger negative, 3 starters sidelined a week earlier in the first round win, and early on, leading ground gainer D'Angelo Guillory would join the walking wounded, unable to return. The visiting Hawks of Citrus Hill, the number 3 seed in the postseason tourney, heavily favored by every local scribe except smiling Mark Pinero, who had followed the Sun Devils all season and chronicled the team's week-by-week improvement. Citrus Hill's defense was geared to stop the Sun Devils' vaunted ground game, but who they didn't figure on having to stop, quarterback Justin Connors. The 6'4 senior rolled to his left, scrambled, cut back across field, and sprinted 75 yards to score on Apple Valley's second play from scrimmage. Brandon Mapstead flips the ball to Jacob Munoz for the two-point conversion, and Apple Valley goes on top 8-0 1 minute in. In the absence of leading ball carrier Guillory, Coach Police summoned a pair of underclassmen up from the JVs. 28 is Ejon Manil. Had the final outcome been different, Manil would have been among the heroes in the post-game winners circle. The 5'7", 140-pound junior scored the second Sun Devils touchdown on a run from 12 out. The Sun Devils enjoy their biggest lead at 17-3, but a pair of missed kicks, that extra point try, and an off-the-mark field goal attempt in the third quarter factor big at the end. Citrus Hill scores their first touchdown in the Hawks' next possession, and it's a 17-10 game at the half. This is one of the pivotal plays of the game. The Citrus Hill punter goes down screaming as if he'd stepped on a landmine. Granted, the penalty for roughing the kicker is warranted, but not the acting routine. The punter rolls in anguish until the penalty is administered, then he jumps up and sprints off in mockery. A performance meant for drama class, but showing no class on the gridiron. 5 plays later, Citrus Hill scores on a long pass to tie the game at 17. Connors and company respond. Sophomore Greg Sprague equaling Manal in impressive carries, many resulting in extra yardage due to the 5'7", 150-pounder's second effort. But it was Connors who made the Apple Valley offense work. Big plays time and time again. Every big play did not result in a touchdown or become part of a scoring drive, but each you see is worthy of the highlights reel. Single-handedly, Connors kept the Hawks' defense off balance, either scrambling when pressured or connecting on key passes. 8 is junior tight end Patrick Mariani. Connors on target under pressure, key completions, many on third down and long or fourth down, keeping drives alive. 1 is favorite receiver Brandon Mapstead. This fourth quarter completion to junior Nick Schultz puts the Sun Devils first and goal at the 2. Citrus Hill holds Apple Valley to a field goal. Sam Wallace from 19 out. The Sun Devils regain the lead 20-17. For 3 quarters, the Hawks were unable to move the ball on the ground. Most running plays wound up like this, the ball carrier diving headlong into a host of Devils tacklers. 51 is junior inside linebacker Braden Batty. This fourth quarter play, the exception. San Diego State bound P.J. Walker. 73-yard run around right end. There will be 4:50 yet to play, but that play puts an end to the Sun Devils season. The final, Citrus Hill 24, Apple Valley 20. Despite the loss, there is this to gain in testimony to the caliber of teams in the Mojave River League. The Sun Devils went toe-to-toe with the defending Eastern Division champions, the number 3 team in CIF and Mountain Pass League champions, after defeating the Desert Sky League champions in the opening round. And the Sun Devils were a wild card entry into the postseason, accompanying the Serrano Diamondbacks and Oak Hills Bulldogs into the CIF quarterfinals.
Adelanto High School football, the High Desert's biggest sports success story of 2018. The Saints, CIF Division 13 champions. Coach Gully Wadood elevates the Saints program from cellar dwellers to the penthouse. CIF champions, winning the title game on the road 20-15 against Orange Vista. Marshawn Buchanan, shown here against Silverado, running a 78-yard touchdown to open the scoring in the championship game. The 5'10", 185-pound running back scored 8 touchdowns in the postseason, rushing for over 500 yards in the 4 CIF victories. Marshawn Buchanan surpassing 2,000 yards rushing in this, his junior season. Angel Ochoa, the completion to Hosea Stokes here, connected in similar manner
for 57 yards to set up the Saints' second touchdown in the title game. Both quarterback Angel Ochoa and running back Hosea Stokes, also juniors. Defensive heroes were numerous in the championship win. Adelanto had to stop Orange Vista twice in the red zone in the final 2 minutes to preserve the 5-point victory. Oren Landry named player of the game for playing the biggest game of his career for the senior linebacker. The Adelanto Saints' success story does not end with the Division 13 championship. These Saints keep right on marching. They advance to the state tournament. What factors have turned the Saints program around?
Belief, confidence. I can just get the kids to continue to believe in themselves, the program will continue to turn around. So it's all confidence.
Down Home Grill serves up and delivers these flashbacks to headline makers seasons past. 13 members of the 2022 Victor Valley College Rams are named All-Conference. 4 are first-team selections, 2 repeat first-team members, running back Kenyard Edwards, 4, and offensive tackle Milan Nadzikov, 56. Kenyard Edwards, the 5'10", 180-pound running back, carried for over 100 yards against each of the conference opponents his sophomore season, averaging 7 yards a carry against American Mountain Conference foes. Back in 2021, the former Apple Valley Sun Devil led all ball carriers in the conference in yards gained and touchdowns scored. Preseason goals this year involved leadership, not yards gained nor touchdowns scored.
For stat-wise, no. My main thing is really just being a better leader to my team and hoping I leave the team in good hands. That's all it is, really. I don't really got no individual goals for myself.
You know, we all do set goals like that. Some people say set a goal play for play. Others set the long-term goal. My goal is just to get Division I, make first-team All-League, and just take every game by game.
Tight end Matt Lowe, 85, is first-team All-Conference. The 6'5", 255-pound sophomore and former Serrano Diamondback was on the receiving end of 16 passes, 5 for touchdowns. Matt Lowe's exceptional speed for a receiver of his size provided a George Kittle prototype tight end that added to VVC's explosive aerial attack. Matt Lowe, Milan Nadzikov, and Kenyard Edwards have all received Division I scholarship offers. The 4th first-team All-Conference Ram is defensive standout Cameron Stevens, 2. The first-year Ram defensive back out of Colton registered 25 solo tackles. Cameron Stevens is also being recruited by Division I schools. D1 colleges are also recruiting defensive back Mac Miller, 10, among 4 Rams who are repeat selections named to the All-Conference team. The sophomore cornerback out of 29 Palm has been one of Coach Artie Allen's most consistently excellent players and team leaders the past 2 years.
What superhero would you be, or would you identify with, and why?
Oh, Iron Man, easy. I could just say that Iron Man had a lot of selfish qualities, and when he got with the right team, with the right people, it ended up opening him up a lot more. He was a lot safer, cared about a lot more people.
I say Black Panther, just because he's a role model, iconic. Yeah. Many people love him. He had honor, discipline, heart, everything you need to be a perfect superhero.
Hosea Stokes receives all-conference honors a second year. The former Adelanto Saint led Rams pass receivers with 37, 5 going for touchdowns. A number of Division II colleges are in hot pursuit of Hosea Stokes, who has excelled at defensive back and kick return specialist as well as wide receiver during his 2 years tenure at Victor Valley College. To say quarterback Tyler Caron's collegiate career got off to a successful start is an immense understatement. In addition to earning all-conference honors, Tyler Caron finished the year 5th in the state in passing yardage. His 2,100 passing yards included 19 touchdown passes, spreading the wealth to 8 different teammates, recipients of scoring passes. Tyler Karen is on the radar of both D1 and D2 schools, not only because of his 55% pass completion, passing yardage, and scoring passes statistics. His 6'4", 215-pound stature appeals to programs that build their offense around an accurate drop-back passer. The Rams' success on offense is attributed in large part to a trio of large all-conference linemen, first-team All-League tackle Milan Nadzikov, and the Twin Towers twin brothers John Holland, 73, 6'3", 295 at left guard, and Peter Holland, 72, 6'3", 270. The Holland brothers are named second-team All-Conference their freshman year. They earned all-league honors in high school at Desert Oasis in Las Vegas. 4 more Rams are named to the All-Conference team on defense, in addition to first-team cornerback Cam Stevens. Andrew Valdez, 37, led the Rams in tackles for a loss. The 6'1", 195-pound sophomore linebacker registered 34 solo tackles and was credited with 13 tackles for a loss. His 47 total tackles, second highest on the team. Andrew Valdez played his high school ball at Colton. Leolofi Chanwong, 41, is named to the All-Conference team, 22 solo tackles for the 5'9", 230-pound linebacker, a former Oak Hills Bulldog. 6 of Leolofi Chanwong's 31 total tackles were for a loss. Leolofi Chanwong, 8 solo tackles in the early season contest against Antelope Valley for the first-year Ram. Aaron Morrow, 42, is an all-conference defensive lineman. The former Adelanto Saint registered 19 solo tackles his freshman season. Lance Henderson, 35, is another Ram earning all-conference honors that Coach Artie Allen is counting on to shore up his team's defense in 2023. The 6'2", 225-pound defensive end recorded 19 solo tackles his freshman season. A former Granite Hills Cougar, Lance Henderson was the Desert Sky League Defensive Player of the Year as a junior with the Cougars and an all-DSL linebacker his senior season. Lance Henderson was in on 25 total tackles for the 2022 Rams. Calling attention to one more of this year's sophomores receiving attention from Division I schools, Adrian Rodriguez, 1. The Rams' leading tackler on the year, Adrian Rodriguez, is a 6'1", 220-pound linebacker of the impact player variety, causing fumbles, recovering fumbles he caused, and intercepting passes. Coach Artie Allen's defensive captain, Adrian Rodriguez, led the Rams in total tackles with 51, and his 39 solo tackles were tops on the team. This Victor Valley College Sports Report is presented by the Bradco Companies, Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies, the High Desert Mojave River Valley's longest-standing full-service commercial brokerage firm. Bradco, ardent supporters of the team's athletes and sports programs at Victor Valley College. Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment, and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today.
Congratulations on your first win.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold and supporting High Desert Sports. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm,
trial lawyers for serious problems. Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. Silverwood, the developers of the Silverwood Master Planned Community, support the teams, athletes, and sports programs of all our High Desert and Mojave River Valley schools. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, Conference and Convention Center for the High Desert. The Holiday Inn, supporting the teams, schools, and sports programs throughout the Victor Valley. This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.